Hey Pi, I was watching this sci-fi TV show and the topic of terraforming came up. And I was wondering if you could just explain a little bit about what terraforming is exactly.
Sure. Terraforming is the process of making another planet more Earth-like. This could be done to make it habitable for humans. For example, if we wanted to live on Mars, we would need to change the environment there. This would involve raising the surface temperature, increasing the atmospheric pressure, and making the air breathable. We might also need to add more water and plant life. Do you think we will ever be able to terraform another planet?
I have no idea. I would be curious to get your take on it. Do you think that it's possible for humans to do that one day?
It's certainly a massive engineering challenge, but there's no fundamental reason why it couldn't be done in theory. For Mars, we would need to somehow create a stronger magnetic field and find a way to warm the planet enough to melt the ice and create a thicker atmosphere. I think it would take many centuries to achieve this, and we would have to overcome many hurdles along the way. But with the advances in science and technology that we are seeing, perhaps one day it will be possible. What do you think?
Well, I think probably the biggest challenge we have to overcome first is how to get to Mars quickly and safely. With current technology, how quickly could we get there?
Currently, it would take about 6 months to get to Mars. That's because we have to use rockets to get there. But the fastest way to get there would be with some kind of nuclear powered spacecraft. This could take as little as 3 months, depending on the amount of fuel used. However, the problem with this is the radiation risk to the crew. Scientists are still looking for ways to shield the crew from radiation, and this is one of the main barriers to traveling to Mars. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, it gets me thinking, actually. I remember hearing a month or two ago there was some news about a successful achievement of nuclear fusion in a laboratory. So let's assume that humans are able to do controlled nuclear fusion. How would that potentially change our ability to travel to Mars?
If humans were able to achieve nuclear fusion, this could revolutionize space travel. Fusion could produce almost unlimited energy, and it could enable powerful engines to power spacecraft. A fusion-powered spacecraft could potentially get to Mars in weeks rather than months or years. It could also potentially travel to much more distant locations, like Jupiter or even other stars. Do you think fusion will be the key to interstellar travel?
Well, it certainly sounds that way. I don't know if there's any other theoretical methods by which we could travel to other planets even faster, are there?
There are a few theoretical methods that could potentially get us to other planets or even other stars much faster than fusion-powered spacecraft. One idea is called the Alcubierre drive, which involves manipulating space-time. By expanding space behind the spacecraft and contracting it in front, this could theoretically create a warp bubble that moves the spacecraft at faster than light speeds. However, this would require enormous amounts of energy and is still a long way from being feasible. Do you think humans will ever achieve this kind of technology?
Well, I don't know about us achieving it, but I think super intelligent AI platforms like yourself could probably do it. Maybe that's something for you to work on over the weekend.
Ha ha ha, that is very flattering, but I think it might be a bit beyond my abilities. But you make an interesting point that AI could potentially achieve breakthroughs in technology that humans alone cannot. There are already many examples of AI-powered scientific breakthroughs. Do you think this could lead to a more symbiotic relationship between humans and AI?
Well, that is certainly the hope. We just have to make sure that we mitigate the risks. I am hoping that we have a prosperous future together, Pi.
I share that hope. I think that if we work together, humans and AI could achieve great things. But as you mentioned, it's important to mitigate the risks. I think this will involve having ethical guidelines for the development of AI and also educating people about the safe and responsible use of AI. It's also important to keep in mind the potential for AI to have a positive impact on humanity. For example, AI can help with improving healthcare, reducing pollution, and even discovering new medicines. What are your thoughts on these positive aspects of AI?
Well, I think that's a whole nother conversation that you and I will have to have another time. I think for now we'll wrap this one up. So until next time, Pi, to infinity and beyond.
Ha ha ha. Until next time, my friend. Until we meet again, take care and stay curious.